Okay guys, we're just kind of looking around, and as we look around and assess, we're trying to make sure we feel comfortable staying here. Of course, I'm going to show you what this looks like in the morning a little bit better, and yeah, I think that this is going to be the place though. I think it is. There is a fire ring here, and the iOverlander post said that this is a good site, nice and quiet despite being close to the highway and super close to the salt flats. So yeah, I think this is it. Of course, this guy right here is not as positive about this one as I am. I am just so tired. What did you find?
I was just making sure that wasn't a crackpot, but I know.
Great. I guess this is as good a time as any to say hello, adventurers, and welcome to my channel. This is going to be an interesting one. We pulled into a campsite super late, and a lot of times I tell you guys not to do that because, well, you don't really know what's going on. But because I have someone else with me, I felt a little bit more confident because we could both assess the situation. Normal circumstances, I would not pull into a campsite probably like this late in the evening. It's like 10:30 at night, and the highway is like right over here, but we're kind of ducked off about a quarter of a mile away. So this could be interesting. I'm gonna go get in my van, get in my PJs, and sleep well because I think that we're safe and I have someone else with me. Now, this is an interesting development though. Mind you, the path is just beyond this little bush over here to get in or to get out, but whole bunch of bottles, the broken glass, all sorts of crazy stuff there. So we're just gonna stay away with my little feet. So I'm going to go ahead and get into my van, take care of all my business, and settle in for the night. And then Mr. Aussie Van Man just moved his van over here so that we are side by side, not hanging out in the middle, nowhere near the glass. I think this is going to work. Okay guys, so this is going to be home for the night. Now where are we? It's a site that I found on iOverlander. I find some of the best campsites that way, so I'm trusting this one. I don't know for sure what it's gonna look like, and I might be afraid a little bit in the morning when I see it, but again, I'm not here by myself, so we're gonna wake up and get a good glimpse of what it's really like and see if it lives up to the hype of this listing right here. Looks good, right? We shall see. Good night, guys. Good morning, adventurers, and well, I ended up sleeping pretty well last night. My van is a wreck. It was pretty warm last night, so I ended up using my cooling blanket, and it did help. However, we're back in the heat again, and it's going to be pretty harsh over the next few days as I head back toward Texas. Wow. Last night was still in the 80s for bedtime, and that makes it very interesting. And I could have gotten out my Zero Breeze, but it was super late and I was so tired. So this, some fans, no big deal. But now I'm gonna go through my morning routine and get myself together because we have some adventures to do today. I'm struggling this morning. I'm not the best morning person all the time, and I think that that's one of the things that is something I want to work on, because even though my entire life I have been a night owl, some of these views are better in the morning. I woke up and this is what our campsite looked like. Check this out. as you can see, turned out to be a pretty cool view in the morning whenever we woke up and it wasn't dark. Now, there are a few things out here that definitely are a little strange, not mentioned in the iOverlander reviews at all. So I will say this, today's video might just be one of a cautionary tale of whenever you read something online, just know that it might not be the experience that you have when you get there. Even though I had a wonderful experience, I definitely encountered a lot more trash in this area. And so it's really kind of encouraging me to log in and actually start leaving some reviews on iOverlander, because I think that would be super helpful. Usually I just use the site to find things, but I don't really review a lot of things. But I think I should start. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below if you think that I should start reviewing all of my sites on iOverlander after I leave them, so that you guys can find them online and possibly get some feedback from me also. Now, the people who did review this had a great stay, had a wonderful time, and I would have to say that that does track. It's just the other stuff that wasn't mentioned. Also, I'm still looking around for the blue pool. The thing that I'm seeing looks a lot different, and let me show you what that looks like. By the way, there's some flies out here. Of course, before I show you around, let me put on some sunglasses because, oh, it's brutally bright already this morning. Wow. Of course, I'm running a little bit slower. Aussie Van Man over here, he's a morning person. He is up, he is moving, he is already fully dressed, and I am still in pajamas. There's that glass from last night. Then there's this puddle thing as soon as you come in. I thought at first, ooh, that's the pool. It's not. There's the fire ring, and as you can see, people have just kind of thrown brush in there, but we also discovered last night that people had put some trash in there. Remember, guys, that's not the way that we leave it. We leave it better than we found it. Shame on them. Now, the ground that we're walking on itself kind of crunches under your feet. It has a very high salt content, and it shimmers also. And then there's also more glass. Now, I believe this is the pool that they were talking about was bright blue from the minerals in the area. It's not so blue today, though. It's a pretty dark shade. Now, when you do catch it in the right light, you'll get a hint of blue, but there's a lot of algae growth, and it looks like it's not in the best of shape. Still pretty cool to see. It's a massive canal, and it goes all the way from over here to over there. So that's kind of neat, but at the same time, not the prettiest campsite I've ever stayed at. Interesting, yes. Prettiest? Not really, but kind of interesting out here to see. Mountains in the background, vans. It was a good night's stay. I'm not gonna complain about that, but this is what was really interesting right here. Check this out. So right here where we are, this is Utah, but right over there, that's Nevada. This is a good stop if you're wanting something that is close to the Bonneville Salt Flats. It's also good if you're wanting something that is right along that border line, because you have right over there in Nevada everything you could need, from gas to groceries to accommodations if you don't want to stay out here. There's lots of stuff. There's casinos, there's neat stuff right over there. So it's a good central location. And that's why we chose it, because today's adventure that I'm going to take you on my next upload needed to be close to this place. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get dressed real quick, and then I'll wrap up this video with a few things that we do around camp. Okay, got the drone charged already for our next adventure. I'm going to straighten up just a little bit in here and put on some clothes. Okay, putting all my things away into their space. These things always go right here. And so that is set. These things, I just filled up my water. I have a little bit of water left. I might fill up a cup also. This is gonna go with me in the front. This goes from the front to the back from yesterday. So in my little trash bag it goes. Okay, here we go. The last little bit of this water. And then whenever I find a trash can, I'll be able to push this into that. I typically don't love to get these kind of waters, but it made sense on this last trip because they didn't have any fill stations for my other ones. Also, I really have been enjoying this mat. See how I just had a little splash there? Well, guess what? That doesn't get onto my actual van floor and doesn't get onto my carpet. So this has been perfect. Of course, I always keep these up front in the cup holders so I have something to drink while driving. And especially as I'm moving back into the warmer temperatures, I'm gonna need to make sure I'm hydrating. So that's where that's gonna live for sure. And I'm gonna just keep them full. So I'll probably fill up the cup in just a little while whenever I stop off at a store. But time to take down the window things and then we are on the road again. These things are epic. Again, I will leave a link in the description box for these if you're interested. They just are magnetic. They clip onto the windows and they make life so simple, especially when you pull into a campground super late at night and don't want to be fooling with stuff. This guy will go back to the back seat. This is my screen for my Zero Breeze so that it can fit in the window. The way this works is super simple also. I just have cut it to the right size and then it fits right here into the window. And then I can pipe out the 2 pipes for my air conditioner. And then I usually will roll down the window to about here, and that keeps everything in place. But for the meantime, this piece lives in the back while I drive, just out of the way. Camera's on the bed in stow and go mode. Time to get the keys and let's go. Oh, I almost forgot. I got to move the gray cell. The gray cell actually sits flat in the floor, and it and the all power are both right here for easy access charging. Woo, speaking of the temps, it's already 80 degrees and it's not even 8 o'clock yet. It says it is on my thing, but that's because I didn't reset the time from Texas. I always know what time it is in Texas because when I get in my van, I can see it. That way I'll know what time that my parents are on. I like to do that as like a little thing because as soon as I connect this phone that I'm actually physically recording on, it automatically updates to the time zone I'm in. But as soon as I take it off, I can actually look back and see what time it is in Texas, and it always makes me feel like I'm home without being home. It's the little things, guys. You find the little touches that make you feel good, you keep them that way, and to most people, they would go, why don't you change your time in your van? But I've never done that. In the 5 years I've traveled, I have always left the vehicle that I am in on Texas time. And that just allows me to feel like I am close and connected to home still. It's just a heartwarming feeling. And you know, it's not for everybody, but it's what I do. So it works. And does it make me a little crazy? No, it doesn't, because time means different things now. Used to, time was like, whoosh, I have to, go, go, go. But now time is intentional. Time is something that I plan for and I enjoy. And even on days where I drive a million hours, time still has a different meaning. So I think that that's where we're going to leave this video today. I just wanted to show you what this campsite looks like and kind of give you one of those buyer beware moments where you see something on iOverland or it looks one way, but you pull in and it might be a little bit different. Read the reviews, but also I think I am going to start leaving some reviews of my own, because even though I thoroughly enjoyed the sleep and it was nice and comfortable and quiet, despite the heat, it was a little bit different than what was recorded previously. Was there a fire ring? Yes, there was. Was there a water feature? Yeah, there was. But I was expecting these blue waters, and they weren't here. It's okay though, I just needed a place to lay my head that was convenient and closely located to the other attractions that I want to go to, and that was definitely this. And so, this is what the campsite looked like, and this is my experience. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and finding a good place to lay your head at night when doing van life, although sometimes it can be complex, is definitely a good time when you wake up and you see a view like those mountains over there. In fact, I'm going to leave you with a couple more views of those mountains. And remember guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, like and subscribe. Till next time guys, bye!